Welcome to the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel. As a guest, we have back here with us Guilty. Welcome, Gil.
Thank you again. Always a pleasure to be here with you.
So, can testosterone make your voice deeper?
This is the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel. And if you want to learn all about the science-based information on this topic, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and you'll be on your way.
Of course it can. It is an androgen after all. And the word androgenic or androgen means simply to make male. And there's a reason that men have deeper voices than women. They are more androgenic. So while women do produce and utilize testosterone for its own benefits, men obviously have much higher concentrations of both total and free testosterone levels. And therefore, we have more what we call masculine features, including more muscle tone, less body fat, increased bone mineral density, increased body and facial hair, increased aggression. And with that comes also an increase in deeper voice. So generally speaking, when someone is lower T and they begin testosterone replacement therapy, over time, they're going to notice that one of the effects of their therapy is to increase their masculinity or androgenic response to this hormone. And one of those will certainly be a deeper voice. How much is dependent on how deficient they were, how, I guess you could say, high-pitched or higher frequency their voice was prior. And then, again, it's partially genetic and partially just dependent on the individual. But for the most part, if we look at it as a whole, testosterone or in all androgens will have a direct effect on increasing or decreasing the frequency of one's voice, partially as a secondary response to the broadening of the neck as the diameter of the neck increases, either due to training or increased muscle mass. That is one thing that will create a deeper voice. And then the second will be, again, the androgenic effect on the vocal cords.
Okay, so even after teenage years.
Certainly. And again, if people begin testosterone replacement therapy for the correct reason, and that is to replace a deficiency, then presumably we can assume that they're already in a deficient state, which is manifesting into these symptoms of less androgenic or less masculine way of being, both mentally and physiologically. So when you address these deficiencies and replace them, you should expect a reversal of these manifestations. One of them either restoring or promoting a deeper voice, which maybe has never been the case. Some guys, as we know, are hypogonadal or in a state of low testosterone since their teenage years, or maybe they haven't properly gone through puberty. So for certain, you should, and again, not always, but you should probably notice anywhere from slight to moderate, increase in the deepening of one's voice. And the same goes for women. And this is very evident in bodybuilding when you look at female bodybuilders and you notice that, if you close your eyes and just listen to them speak, some of them do sound very masculine. And this is a result of years of androgen abuse. Mm-hmm. And it is fairly irreversible. So women need to heed caution and be very cautious when they're using androgens, because as we know, hormones have both an androgenic rating as well as an anabolic rating. So women, while they're chasing the anabolic effects, should try to avoid androgenic or highly androgenic compounds. And again, it's also going to be dose dependent.
Yeah, since you just said it is irreversible, so a higher pitched voice isn't a sign of low testosterone in men then?
Not necessarily, not directly. While generally speaking, you will find that guys who are low T and have been throughout their entire life have possibly higher pitched voices, maybe less facial hair and more feminine features. That's not to say that someone who was sufficient or optimal in their testosterone throughout their course of their life and fell to a deficiency is going to necessarily regress and all of a sudden develop a high-pitched voice, when they're 45 years old. So it's not as clear cut, and there is a direct and an indirect effect as well. But for the most part, if you want to look at it as a correlation, you can conclude that generally speaking, men who are more optimal on their testosterone levels are going to have more masculine features, one of them being a deeper voice, and men who are less optimal or deficient in testosterone as a whole, again, we're grouping together, are going to have a slightly higher pitched voice than those who are not.
Okay, thanks. Consider becoming a channel member for exclusive features, like loyalty badges, early access to new videos, funny stuff like rough cuts and bloopers, members-only photos and status updates on the community tab, and members-only livestream chat. On desktop, use the join button next to the subscribe. On mobile, use the join link in the description.